Wow, so I know you've listened to me all day, folks, but now you're soon going to be finished listening to me, because the time has come for me to bid you farewell as the 54th president of our awesome association. These past 2 years have been, thank you. These past 2 years have been inspiring for me. They have been a time of personal and professional growth and learning. They've been busy, and yes, I can honestly say, the highlight of my nursing career. Oh, I hope I don't get emotional. I have to stay calm. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Irene. Thank you to all of you and to the remaining 41,000 plus members who are not here today for this immense privilege to serve you and to lead. I want to give a special thanks to my board of director colleagues, past and present. Past director Dr. Vanessa Burkowski for her mentorship and support, and to our CEO, Dr. Doris Greenspan, for her inspiring and exemplary leadership of this amazing organization. A special shout out, I have to give this special shout out to, where are they? They're always moving and in action, to our most responsive and incredible home office staff, by whom I have been beyond tremendously supported in my presidency. I have to say that your ability to anticipate needs, your sharp focus, and always keeping your eye and heart on what is best for RNAO members. You are an A-team, those of you in the room and those who are not here. And I just want to give you a round of applause. I also want to extend the warmest of welcomes to Dr. Angela Cooper-Brathwaite as our incoming president. And Angela, my very best wishes for your tremendous success as you take up this leadership mantle. I want to give you a hug. In a minute. We have accomplished huge outcomes these past 2 years. And I want to thank you, our members, for your active engagement, and for giving voice, and for inspiring those who don't have voice by being their voice. You gave voice to issues that not only impact our profession, but impact the health and well-being of the patients and the clients that we serve. During both of my president's tours across this great province, you welcomed me into your regions, into your workplaces, your chapters, the academic settings I visited, and in some cases, even into your homes. Each leaders in your own right have demonstrated in so many ways the values, the evidence, and the commitment you bring to our profession and to this association. You power this important work with each and every interaction you have. You have inspired me. You've enlightened me. And you have changed me as a person in profound ways. We can ask, what powers a movement? A social movement, a movement of empowered nurses, a community mobilized to make a difference. People power movements, courageous people, people with convictions, people who want to live their values and beliefs. Knowledgeable people, people like RNAO members, people like you, who want to make a difference and are making a difference. Well, and now I can't see, but it's okay. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Who knew that the parliamentarian had to provide Kleenex? I have been inspired by our advocacy on social and environmental determinants of health. We know, and many of you see, day in and day out in your work, the toll that poverty takes on people's health. Poverty leads to homelessness. It leads to food insecurity. It leads to mental health issues. It leads to an unjust and unfair burden of illness and suffering on the most marginalized proportions of our population. So our advocacy to increase minimum wage, to ensure adequate social assistance rates, to take concrete action to address underhousing, homelessness, and access to affordable housing are just some of the incredible actions that we have taken to not only improve health outcomes, but to reduce disparities and the unjust inequities we see in this very province in health outcomes. These areas inspire and require ongoing action, and we cannot relent until we have moved the needle in these areas and more in healthy public policy. During my term, we have continued to exert our influence on health system transformation, and we know that's taken courage. And we've maintained our resolve in our evidence-informed position that care coordination must be based in primary care, the solid anchor for any well-functioning integrated health system. At the beginning of my term, we released Mind the Safety Gap report, and that report offered 8 recommendations to ensure a safe and effective health system. Thank you to all of you and to the thousands of members who harnessed the power of these recommendations. Last year, we released 70 years of research that is publicly accessible on the effectiveness of RNs in the system. And this evidence shows unequivocally that RNs result in improved clinical outcomes and make sound financial sense at the organizational level and at the system level. Yet, our work is not over, because as you heard last night and you've heard at previous assemblies, we continue to see the replacement of RNs in our system. Just look and you will see our work is not done. We must continue to use our voice to reclaim and optimize the role of the RN in this province. And as I leave you as your president, I have every confidence that we will do this, and we will do this together. It has also been wonderful to witness the impact of our tireless advocacy results in changes to the Nursing Act, and at last, RN prescribing will become a reality. Just think about how this change to our scope of practice will allow us as nurses to utilize our roles to the optimum capacity in the system. But also think about the improved access for our clients and our patients. We are always thinking about what's best for our clients and our patients, and usually what's best for them is best for us. But our work is not done, because now we have to ensure that we can order lab tests and that we can initiate the appropriate diagnosis so that we can prescribe safely and appropriately. So we continue to make what I would consider unprecedented progress in shaping provincial policy and in shaping our practice on so many fronts. Now, as I conclude my remarks, and you think you've seen emotion, no, I'm really going to try to. But I want to take you back to a story that I shared with you 3 years ago when I stood here before you as your then president-elect. At that time, I was open about what powers me personally and what powers me professionally. And you can probably guess, it's health equity. It's the determinants of health. It's those people that I have seen through my career and continue to see that just don't get a fair shake in this world. And I know that we can make a difference. So I want to take you back to the story I told, because it parallels in many ways, those of you who attended the leadership luncheon, the story that Lee Chapman talked about her brother. Well, it's a story about me having gone into my office, as I do every day, pretty much every day. And I looked out my office window, which looks over the back alley of our head office on Victoria Street. And there was a kerfuffle. There was the EMS and police and quite a stir. So I asked one of our administrative assistants, and they're usually in the know, what's going on outside of our building? Oh, I think someone's overdosed. I don't know, but I heard someone had died. And later that day, I heard that a 17-year-old young man had been found dead from a suspected overdose in the back alley behind my office. So now, let's go 3 years. Okay, so that was when I was president-elect, and here we are today. Let's look at what RNAO has done, together with activists and advocates, together with our health partners. We now stand here today with supervised injection sites open in this very city and opened across this province. We have overdose prevention work happening, as you heard described today at the luncheon, right here in Moss Park, and we hope we have that happening throughout the province. We have RNAO, best practice guidelines for supervised injection services. That's in 3 years. And that happened in this escalated timeline because RNAO was out there in front. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So now I can tell you that as I walk into my office every day, I always turn to my right, because the door I go in, to the very right of that, is a supervised injection site that I'm very proud to say is nursing-led. Is Katie here? Where's Katie? She's not here? Oh, there you are, Katie. Katie is our supervisor of nursing quality practice at Toronto Public Health, and I want to give a shout out because you know, there's advocacy and work and policy frameworks and lots that has to go into these kinds of things as we were setting it up. But it is very much nursing-led. And I know that each and every day, and I see these clients, and I speak with these clients and these residents, and I know that when they walk in those doors, they are receiving critical health services that were not available to them. People using injection drugs and people with a myriad of health needs. And I see that as an entree for them to get unconditional and non-judgmental interactions with healthcare professionals. So as I complete my role as president, I know I leave a vibrant and engaged organization of committed members just like you, with the conviction to advance the issues that matter. RNAO has a powerful brand, and never doubt that. We've worked hard, you've worked hard to build that brand. And we must always protect that brand, right? Brands matter. They have a powerful value proposition. Our credibility, our influence, our professionalism, our policy strength, our internationally renowned BPG program, I could go on and on. This is priceless. We will use it and build it at every opportunity. So RNAO, thank you, thank you, thank you for the privilege to lead. And as I say to you, as I leave, I want to say, continue to aim high. Our work is never done, because I have every confidence that we will go higher and higher and higher. Thank you so much. Thank you.